Minnesota Fighting Vikings have this very nice, well-marbled piece of beef on the inside of the defensive line in Michael Pierce and Dalvin Tomlinson. But what about a nice lean piece of filet mignon for passing downs? What about that penetrating pass rushing three-tech, huh? And since they won't free James Lynch or Hercules Mataafa for whatever reason, here are day three techs for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings, 3-3-3, if you guys can keep up. Number one, Jaylen Twyman out of PITT. No, I'm not concerned about the pro day. We'll get into it. 21 years young, 6'2", 301, redshirt junior, former three-star recruit from Washington, D.C. Was a one-year wonder for the PITT Panthers, 2019, 10.5 sacks, 36 pressures, 74.3 PFF grade, and a partridge in a pear tree. Opted out of 2020. Pro day, like we said, it was weird. He racked up 40 reps on the bench, had a great vert, but just fell on his face in speed and agility. And I don't know, maybe he just trained for the bench. Just getting jerked. But it does not sync up with this tape at all because he has great short area quickness and he would be that penetrating three tech. And I think people might be thrown off because like, oh, he plays at PITT. Oh, he wears number 97. Oh, he's going to be Aaron Donald. Not necessarily, but I think that he could be a very big part of a platoon pass rush. Might never be a full-time player, but that's fine. He could play 300, 400, 500 snaps a season and just get after it on passing downs. Bad pro day could push him back to the 5th, 6th round in day three, but we'll take that. Certainly will. Next up, day three tech for the Minnesota Fighting Vikings, Osa Odighizuwa, coming out of UCLA. One of the guys I really like, 22 years old, 6'2", 282, redshirt senior, former three-star recruit from Portland, 3-year starter for the Bruins, 2020, 25 pressures, 4 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, first team all Pac-12, had a really nice showing at the Senior Bowl, and pro day excelled in explosion and agility. Big key is versatility and athleticism. Played all along the defensive line in Westwood, quick penetrator, great hands, solid spin move as well, and just a high motor guy who's going to get after it. And he could be a high-end Jalen Holmes for the Vikings, and that's not a bad thing, where Holmes has been all along the defensive line for the Vikings, playing three tech, playing edge rusher, and Odighizuwa could be that guy, just a souped up version. And he could add some size, eventually could develop into a starting three tech at the NFL level, but should be in that late round 3, early round 4, maybe even round 5 range, depending on what happens with the board. Lastly, day three tech for the Vikings. Get my threes mixed up. Darius Stills, the pride of West Virginia Mountain Mama. Darius Stills and Nash, Vikings met virtually with him this week. 22 years old, 6', 278, senior, former three-star recruit from Fairmont, West Virginia, which is also Nick Saban's hometown. Father Gary played in the NFL for a decade and was a Pro Bowler 2003 with the Chiefs. Brother Dante also plays defensive line for West Virginia. He was a 2-year starter for the Mountaineers, 2-time first-team All-Big 12. 2020 was the Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year, as well as a consensus All-American. Career 62 pressures and 10.5 sacks. Pro day, checked all the boxes, is ready to rock and roll. He's undersized, but does have a non-stop motor. Plays low and is a penetrating beast, and low man wins down in the trenches. He's going to blow up that B gap. He may never have the size to be an every down player. All three of these guys, maybe not, but hell, being a sub-package wizard, he can absolutely be that dude. He's a team leader as well and just has this infectious work ethic, just inspiration, love it. And could be in that 4th to 5th round range. So there's a lot of talent. Even though Daniel Jeremiah said this could be one of the worst defensive tackle classes in a decade, it depends on what you need. If you need a every single down defensive tackle, maybe you'll be out of luck. But if you need a nose tackle, if you need a run stuffer, if you need a penetrating three tech, which the Vikings certainly have a need for, you will find that guy, and you'll find great value day 3. So when the Vikings have their 4 4th-round picks and 2 5th-round picks, they could easily find a dude who's going to bring a lot of spice and stank to this defensive line. So let's get after it. I love all three of these guys. Would love to see either of them in purple. So let's go. Be your thoughts. Day three techs for the Vikings. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. I'll support that work. Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.